Now I've just come over Nicholson Street and there's a sign up ahead saying part's going to be closed, seek alternate route. Well, where's this detour going to start? Is it going to start there? Is it going to start where the sign is? Is it going to start back there at another one of those things? I have no idea. Let's assume this one, because this is where the sign is. So what are the problems? Well, first one is I'm going to be going out here and turning right, so I need to be watching for traffic from both directions. In this direction, I got this bloody great tree and shrubbery blocking my view of any traffic coming from Nicholson Road in. So someone needs to come out with a chainsaw or a whippersnipper and clear everything back for about, at least down to that bike sign, which I can barely see through the trees, probably 20-25 metres to clear that up. Now in this direction, similarly, there's overgrown shrubbery hanging over the side of the road back there, about 20 metres up. That needs to be chopped back. This tree here probably needs to be chopped back. And you need to think there might be people on recumbents coming through here. Now those are those people lying on their backs on the ground. They wouldn't be able to see through that hedge there in front of us. And remember, you know, their feet are 5 feet out in front of their head. So in order to see past that, they'd actually have to get out onto the road, which would be quite dangerous. Now, it's like that all the way along here at all of these paths where it's possible the detour is going to start. So someone from the council needs to come out here on a bike, scout these out and look for the hazards, because it doesn't matter which one you look at, there's hazards here. If it was this one at Troy Terrace, there's a red parking zone on the Nicholson side of where you come out. Now if there was a van or four-wheel drive parked there, again you wouldn't be able to see the traffic coming from the Nicholson side, Nicholson Road side. So temporary parking restrictions have to be put in place to remove some parking spots. So make sure there's really nice big lines of sight. Now drivers coming along here, heading towards Nicholson Road, they're going to want to be able to see cyclists popping out, because the last thing they want to be doing is driving along Stubbs Terrace, la-di-la-di-da, and they T-bone a cyclist coming out of a side street or out of one of these, what do you call them, pathways. That would be not a good start to their day. Because what you could do is put in a temporary 30km/h speed limit all the way along Stubbs Terrace where the detour is going to run, and that would certainly massively improve safety. Now in part one I did suggest putting in unidirectional cycleways by essentially coning off these red sections on either side of the street, get rid of the car parking for the duration. The problem with doing that on this side of Stubbs Terrace is there's islands at each intersection, so that's probably not going to fly. But these red zones are kind of wide enough that if you set up the cones or barriers outside the red asphalt on the black asphalt, you could probably make it bi-directional on the other side of the road. And cyclists would have to take it easy, they'd have to be careful, but you could provide a completely protected bike lane over on that side by just getting rid of the parking for the 8 days. And that would solve almost all your problems. Wouldn't have to lower the speed limit, wouldn't have to worry about the risk of people entering and leaving these paths, wouldn't have to worry about school kids, because the thing, I'm filming this on Saturday morning, it's 10:15, it's pretty damn quiet. What happens in the mornings, Monday morning to Friday, when everyone's going to work and kids are going to school? I imagine the traffic out here is a heck of a lot more intense during the morning and afternoon peak, as drivers are jostling for parking spots near the train stations. And well, normally of course there's no school kids here, there's no bike commuters because they're all over on the PSP. You're going to be pushing all of them out here and mixing them up with commuters looking for a parking spot. So you're going to create a risk of cyclists being doored. You're going to have close passes like that because you couldn't be bothered pulling out a meter. And you're going to be doing that to, you know, school kids and mums and all of that kind of thing, because you've got to remember there's, you know, the big college up the other end there. And a lot of school kids commute to and from college on this path. So is this where I get back on? I mean, this is a bend. Yeah, it's absolutely fine now. But what it would be like with drivers coming up behind me at 50 kilometres an hour and I'm trying to get across and it's blind and they can't see me, you know, help if you drop the speed limit, or even have traffic controllers at the start and finish points to, you know, control the traffic. There's a lot of things that could be done to turn that into a, you know, quite a safe detour. I don't know if any of that's been done because I can't find the details anywhere. So I'm mystified as to what's going on there. But anyway, there's a couple of thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comments. How would you improve that detour? What stuff have I missed? What things would you like to see the council doing to ensure that's safe for the duration? Let me know.